and that's how you make an appearance. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Oksana, and today we are back with another video of my trying kitchen things series, where I basically try not to burn my kitchen down and try to get closer to becoming Gordon Ramsay. It's the only cooking show you'll ever need to watch because it's just that fun. Anyways, for the people that don't know, basically I have a Notion database where I've put a bunch of recipes. I basically have started collecting all the recipes that I've saved on my Facebook or my Instagram or my Pinterest, and I've put them all together into a database, which I'm constantly updating because I have so many and I keep saving more. But you guys really liked episode 1, so we are gonna continue doing this because I have a lot of recipes to get through that I want to try, and I guess you guys want to see me fail doing them. So let's get started. So what I've decided I'm gonna do right now, at least, is I've counted the recipes I have right now, which is 96. And this does not include the ones I've already done, which is not a lot, and it does not include ingredients. Like I have a recipe for how to make date paste. I've not included those recipes. And you know, I'm gonna let a random number generator choose one of the recipes for me, because being a Libra, we all know I am very undecisive. And I'm gonna share the Notion database I have, where you guys can check the recipes out that I have, and tell me in the comments down below what recipe you want me to do next or try. A lot of the recipes, for example, that I've found don't have a video of people making them, only sometimes pictures, and I really like when recipes have videos so I know what they're doing. Kind of looks similar to what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to make 2 recipes per video, but I mean, last time it basically took me 45 minutes to do 1 cookie that was supposed to take like 15 minutes. So you see, I'm very slow in the kitchen, very slow at everything in my life. Let's generate a number. So I've put that I have a max of 96 and then a minimum of 1. And we're gonna click a few times and then see what random number this generator comes up with. Then we're gonna count the recipes and we're gonna make that recipe. So 1, 2, 3, and stop. 68. So we're gonna go down 11 rows because there's 6 in each row. 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. Okay, and then 2 more. Let's see what we're gonna get. 67 and 68. Oat Brownie. I mean, I only see the word oat and I'm already intrigued. I don't remember many of the recipes I've saved, so I don't know where I found this because I have no link to it, so I probably just found it online somewhere. And it looks to be very easy. So we basically mix all the ingredients and then put in the oven. I think we can do that. Yeah, so I think we're gonna do another recipe. We're gonna generate 1 more number and see what we get. So let's hope for something also easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 20. Blueberry oat breakfast muffins. That looks not that hard. And this one is from, oh, I love this website. They have amazing recipes. Also, if you haven't seen the Netflix documentary, I would highly recommend it. But yeah, okay, we can do this one, I think. Let's see, do we have the ingredients?
3 hours later.
Okay, so we have almost everything, but we need to make a list of what we need to buy now. And knowing me, I'm not gonna remember them, so I need to write them down because story memory here. I can't even remember what I just ate for breakfast. Okay, so we need minimum 1 more banana. Then we need sweet potato puree. Let's see if we can find that. And then we need to buy almond milk because I have maybe like 1/4 of a cup left or less. Yeah, but that was very nice. We have a chocolate one and then we have a more fruity one. Let's get going. So we just bought the things that we need to buy, which is basically only 3 things. I couldn't find any canned sweet potato puree, so we're just gonna make it at home. I've seen how to make it in the microwave, so I'm just gonna try and hopefully it doesn't explode in the microwave. Well, let's just go home, okay? got the ingredients. You have more almond milk, more bananas, and a medium sweet potato. So now we're ready to get started, but first let me put my hair up. There you go. Let's start with the oat brownie, and it takes 45 minutes to make. Let's first get the ingredients. So first of all, we're gonna preheat the oven at 180 degrees. And for these brownies, I'm gonna use this mold. Hopefully it fits. What you'll need for this recipe, you're gonna need 2 bananas, oat flour, which we're gonna make more of because that's not enough. We have our almond milk. This is the one we had from before. This is the one we just bought. You could use any type of milk. I'm just using almond milk because the recipe says almond milk, so I guess it tastes better. And I think that's because we have to use almond butter. By the way, it's homemade. Basically, all you need to do to make your own almond butter is first roast the almonds and then put them in a blender and just blend. At first it looks like almond flour, but then you just have to keep on blending. But yeah, we need baking powder. No, wait a second. I mean baking soda. We have to get that right because they're 2 different things. And then, of course, cacao powder. 6 ingredients, pretty easy, right? The first step is very simple. Put everything in a blender. And the second step is put it in the oven and bake it for 30 minutes. It's a foolproof recipe, so I hope I don't fail. And today's star guest is, of course, our blender. Let's hope we don't break it. We have to take care of this guy. Let's just move all of these. First of all, we need 132 grams of oat flour, which we have to make because I might not be a cooking genius like Gordon Ramsay, but I'm pretty sure this is not 132 grams. So we're gonna see how much we actually have. Okay, right now we have 25 grams. So we're just gonna make a bunch because I use them for my breakfast oat cake every morning. We might as well just have a lot. Which, if you want to learn how to make my breakfast oat cake, you should check out my latest video of ASMR breakfast where I show you the recipe. Also, you can check out my Instagram where I have the recipe as well. So we had 25. We need 107 more grams. Okay, we have 99 here, which means we need 8 more grams. And I think to give it some texture, we're just gonna measure the 8 grams that we need with just regular oats. Now we need to measure cocoa powder. So I don't know if you guys know, but every time someone does something with cocoa powder, like the whole kitchen becomes a mess. So we're gonna use a spoon to measure it and take it out, just so we don't make a mess, because knowing me, I'm gonna make a mess. We need 25. Okay, we managed not to make a mess. This is progress from last video. Oh, I hurt my head. It's just... Just if you guys want to see the huge mess I've made. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm not even following the recipe anymore. I'm just doing something. Let's see how our success rate lasts. And now we need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So we have our teaspoon and then we have our baking soda. So it's a whole teaspoon. Okay, that looks about right. We're just gonna mix that. This is a genius idea. Like put them in this and then just mixing them. I'm making the blender's job much easier. It should be thanking me. Anyways, let's blend our dry ingredients first, just so we don't overwhelm the blender. So we need 2 bananas, and then we need almond butter and almond milk. So let's just put our bananas here. And we're gonna throw this just because we're gonna forget. I know myself. And now we need a half cup or 120 milliliters of almond milk. So let's see how much we actually had here. We had exactly 69 milliliters. My favorite number. No, really, it's my favorite number. Why, you might ask? Because it's made fun of, and I think it's a beautiful number. I like number 6 and I like number 9. Some people just decide to put them together and think something bad of it or something and just make fun of that number. Like, excuse me, that number has feelings. We have 120, and then we need the almond butter. So you see it's a little bit liquidy at the top, so now we have to move it and, you know, make sure that everything is well mixed. Ew, I'm getting it all over my fingers. I can't even mix. If you make it at home, you can make it as crunchy or as smooth as you want. We like it a little bit crunchy, like just the tiniest bit of pieces left. We're not gonna waste anything. Now we'll close this, and then we're gonna mix this together. And then we're gonna put the flour, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. Let's blend. Please don't break. Let's check it. It didn't really blend the almond butter, but actually it did blend it. It's just there's some on the side. I'm helping you. See, I'm a nice person to the blender. Like, if it was a real person, we would actually be very good friends. Probably. See, the kitchen just makes me crazy. I'm here thinking about a blender being a human and then being friends with a blender. I need professional help. Anyway, that tastes delicious. But let's put our dry ingredients. I'm putting it with a spoon just because it's gonna spill. I'm trying to be smarter than I was on my last video. We put about 2/3 of it. We're just gonna blend it so we don't break it, you know? Okay, right now the blender is surviving somehow, I think. Oh my god, it smells very nice. We're gonna use this to blend a little bit and help our little friend out. Also, if you guys are wondering why I'm not using the bigger blender that I have, I'm wondering the same thing. Yeah, I'm just afraid that if I break that blender, my family will disown me. So if I break something, it's better to break this one. Although I'm not so sure about the choice I've made. Why do I always make such a huge mess when I cook? I think we just have to put it in a bowl and blend it. Let's try one more time and see if it helps. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put it in a bowl just so I don't break the blender. Yeah, it's not going anywhere now. I think it's too full. So what we're gonna do is put it in a bowl because this little blender, I think a little bit more and it will blow up on my face. And here I was hoping that I could make 2 recipes very fast. But no, it's gonna take 5 years like my last recipes. I can never stop making a mess, can I?
Nope.
Let's put it in a bowl. We have bowl, we have stuff. Put the whole thing here. Now, go. Be much easier if I did this at the start. My question is, how are we gonna get everything out now? So I think that's all we can get out of this. I mean, it's pretty empty. I think we did a pretty good job. So now we're just gonna mix and hopefully this turns out as good as if I just made it in a big blender. See, that's why we make this video, so we all learn a little bit of my failure. You know, failing is the best way to learn. But if you guys don't have to fail, I think you would appreciate it, right? I'll say that looks pretty good. So we're just gonna put it in the silicone now. Before we make more of a mess, yes. I mean, you could add chocolate chips. I don't have chocolate chips, but if you have, you should, because then it's like a double chocolate goodness. I would love to have put the link of where I got it from. I think it was from an Instagram post though. Let's try and get everything because we already lost a lot of what we actually had. And now we put this in the oven for 30 minutes. I'm just gonna soak this in water because I made a mess. Now we're gonna try it. That's really good. I'm just gonna go enjoy this and then we're gonna try the other one. Okay, so for our next recipe, it's the blueberry oat breakfast muffin. For this recipe, we're gonna need 1 medium banana smashed. Then we need maple syrup, which we don't have.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
God damn it. Then we need a can of sweet potato puree. Basically, I just have to rinse this and then put some holes into it. Put it in the microwave for 10 minutes, I think, and then hopefully it works. Then we need oat flour, which we have to make. Then we need baking soda, but baking powder as well. So I have both. Then we need salt and cinnamon, of course. And then we also need nutmeg, which I don't have, but we also need ginger, which I do have. I'm pretty sure if I have 2 out of the 3 spices, it's gonna be fine. And then, of course, it wouldn't be a blueberry oat breakfast muffin without blueberries. But let's just start with making the sweet potato puree, because if that doesn't work, then we can't really make this recipe. Okay, so I've washed it. I have my fork here, and we're just gonna put some holes. And this is because when you cook sweet potatoes, it builds up steam inside, and if you don't do this, it could explode. How many holes do you need to poke? I don't know, but I'm just gonna do as many as I can just to not make my microwave explode. I think it's poked very well. So we're just gonna put it in the microwave now. Where our sweet potato, it's in the microwave right now. We're gonna just start prepping the ingredients. We're gonna do the oat flour.
A few minutes later.
It just made a sound. I'm just gonna check. Okay, it's fine. It didn't explode, but it just made a sizzling sound, so I just had to check. It's making like a weird sound. I'm very afraid. Okay, it's done. I mean, it smells like sweet potato. Okay, I'm just gonna go get it. Okay, something happened. We need a plate. I mean, I didn't know if this plate was microwave safe, so that's why I didn't put it. I mean, it's cooked. Okay, now I just have to peel it and then smash it. It smells very good though. I'm gonna say it's a win because it didn't explode in the microwave, so I managed to stay alive for one more day. You know, every day we're beating the record. Okay, so we need 425 grams. We have our trusty scale. We have a bowl. So let's see how much we have here. We have half of what we need. Okay, so we're just gonna do half the recipe. It's fine. Okay, so we've mashed it, but it's very warm and I don't think it's a good idea to mix all the ingredients when they're warm. So I'm just gonna put this in the fridge while we prep our other ingredients. We have our trusty little jar, which we're gonna use to measure. Since we're making half the recipe now, we need 88 grams. So we have a teaspoon. Baking soda. For the normal recipe, we need half a teaspoon. That means now we have to use 1/4. Then baking powder, 1/4 as well. We need to put the salt, 1/4 as well. And then we need cinnamon, which is 1 teaspoon, so then half a teaspoon. Now ginger, it says 1/4, so that means 1/8. And then we just mix this together. We're gonna preheat the oven, almost forgot, to 180 degrees. Yes, that's preheating now. So we're just mix. Easier way to mix. I think I just discovered a new method of mixing. Very efficient. That's done. Let me check on the sweet potato puree and see if it's colder. Now it's done. So we have that and we have to combine that with the smashed banana and vanilla. So the banana, we need half banana. I think that it's too small.
A little later.
This one is riper, so it's sweeter. And since we don't have the maple syrup, then we're just gonna use this. So half. The other half, we can just save it for our breakfast oatcakes. Okay, and now we need the vanilla. It says 1 teaspoon, so we're gonna use half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. Everything in there. How could I forget to buy maple syrup? I thought we had some. I'll put more blueberries, maybe that'll make it sweeter, I don't know. Now we have to transfer the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients bowl, mix together, and then fold in the blueberries. Let's prepare our muffin tins. Each for 12 muffins, but we're doing half the recipe, so it's gonna be 6. I'm just putting all of them because why not? Let's put the ingredients, and now we just fold in. Is this how it's supposed to look? Isn't it supposed to be a bit more watery? Okay, we don't want to over mix it, so I mean it's mixed well, I think. Now we're just gonna fold in the blueberries. That's our batter. I don't know, I could literally just grab this with my hand. So we're just gonna divide this into 6. Hopefully in the oven some magic happens and they make them go up and rise and taste good. And then we have for one more muffin. Okay, so we have 7 muffins, which we're gonna put in the microwave in the oven for 20 minutes. And I'm just gonna put some oats on top just to make them a little bit more fancy. I'm just trying something. Again, this whole series is about me just trying things. So we're just gonna put them in the oven now. And then we're gonna clean this mess again. Anyways, guys, that was it. That was 2 baked goods in one video, and I think that's all we can manage because we had a little problem with my muffins. So what happened is there was only 2 minutes left of their baking time, but then I started having a conversation with my sister and then I forgot, and I just went to my room and started doing some random stuff online, and then 20 minutes later I remembered that I actually had something that was baking. So I literally ran to the kitchen hoping that the oven hadn't exploded and my muffins were not burned to a crisp. So basically I almost actually burned my kitchen down, but everything was fine. The muffins somehow didn't burn, but something happened and it didn't really cook right. The inside was not baked as much as the top. It was weird, but yeah, despite that, everything was fine. So now it's time for me to rate the recipes. So our first recipe, the oat brownie, was very good. I would give it a 7 out of 10. I really liked it, but again, I'm not a chocolate kind of person. But my family, for example, thought that it could have been a bit more sweet. I need to experiment with the sweetness level so it's more enjoyable for other people. Now the muffins, I mean, they were very fun to make, but they didn't really turn out right, maybe because I almost burned them. If we take that out of the equation, because I cannot blame my recipe for my incompetence in the kitchen, I would give them a 7 out of 10 as well. So overall, very successful recipes. I think the brownie one was much simpler than the muffin one. I learned how to bake a potato in the microwave without it making it explode. I mean, we learned something today, which is what we want to do with this series. We try kitchen stuff and then we learn stuff, because I'm coming for Gordon Ramsay's title. Send this video to him so that he knows I'm challenging him. That was it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, because I learned a lot and I just have so much fun cooking in the kitchen. And this time I didn't break my scroll, so you know, it's a plus. But if you enjoyed it as well, please leave it a big thumbs up so I know you want to see more of this type of videos. Leave a comment down below of the recipes that you want me to try, or send me the recipes you want someone to try and I'll try them for you guys. And if you guys try any of the recipes in this video, please let me know. Tag me on my Instagram, which is this one. And last but not least, remember to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I upload next week. Have a lovely day or evening or night whenever you're watching this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye. You know, the most important thing is that the kitchen didn't actually burn down.
I just want